I'm Matt Bishar with NAREITsREIT.com. I'm here at the New York Hilton for REIT Week 2017, NAREIT's Investor Forum. Joining me today is Richard Stockton, the CEO of Ashford Hospitality Prime. Richard, thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Now, in January, Ashford Prime announced that one of the four main pillars of its strategy would be to focus on the luxury chain segment. What potential are you seeing there?
We selected that strategy because we were able to observe over the long period of time that RevPAR growth for the luxury chain scale segment was greatest of all the chain scale segments. So we went back and evaluated data back to the 1980s and found that luxury far outperformed the other chain scale segments. Second was upper upscale. And when I looked at the portfolio and I did an analysis of our existing holdings, I concluded that we could very easily and quickly pivot to a luxury strategy with a few key acquisitions and the identification of a couple of our assets as non-core, which we would either reposition and upbrand or sell.
And speaking of the acquisitions, what progress have you made there, and are there any specific markets that you're targeting?
I've been with the company about 6 months, and we came out of the gates fairly quickly on the new strategy. We announced it in January, and since then, within 6 months, we've acquired 2 new assets. We acquired the Park Hyatt in Beaver Creek. It's a luxury hotel, ideally located at the base of the main chairlift on Beaver Creek, so it's the best location and the nicest hotel in that submarket. We also acquired the Hotel Yountville, which is in Napa Valley. It's a very high RevPAR asset, the RevPAR of about $630, and that's in a very high RevPAR market that has very high barriers to entry. We also own another asset in that same market, which is the Bardessono, which enables us to realize operational synergies between the 2 assets and really control a great proportion of the luxury room stock in that market. So we're excited about both of the acquisitions, and we think they're going to be excellent for us.
Now, is there one property in your portfolio that you feel is particularly unique or that really sort of exemplifies what you see as Ashford Prime's strategy?
You know, when I talk to investors and others about our portfolio and I kind of tick through the various holdings, the one that people sit up and really pay attention to is the Ritz-Carlton in St. Thomas. You know, this hotel is by far the leader in its submarket. It's the nicest hotel in St. Thomas on a very secluded bay that's, you know, very idyllic setting. So we were able to acquire this hotel before I joined in 2015 on very favorable terms, and have been able to, you know, put to work what we do in terms of our asset management to drive performance even further. I like to say our portfolio spans from Seattle to St. Thomas, and people want to know a lot more about St. Thomas.
Great. Richard, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
For more from REIT Week 2017, be sure to visit REIT.com.